So that's how the story has emerged. The theme really is the jazz histories, watching from the times Zabo, Ndati Kipi Mweketsi, Jack Leroy, and how they handed over, your Basil Coetzee, handing over to Abdullah Ibrahim's, the Shilders, essentially coming in, that Cape Jazz, Mannenberg type sound, which is really important, I think, now as a form, a musical form. I mean, whenever we talk about traditional jazz, whose tradition are we talking about? And I think for us, that's the tradition that we're talking about. And the handovers as we go into the 80s, people like Bomalombo, and where the music become a lot more accessible. We see records. Busipho Gumede are really making waves. Kaya Mahlangu. It becomes very interesting. They play with the old and the new, the borrowing from the Marabi, borrowing from even some of the Maskandi stuff, to create a unique South African jazz sound. And it was interesting when I now really started paying attention to jazz as an art form now, not necessarily just sounds of music I'm hearing, but really as a creation, realizing Kanako Tsabu, I mean, I really would say Moses Mlalekwa is one of those people that really woke me up to South African jazz. Forget the fact that he was born in Tembisa much younger than I was, but the fact that he was born in Tembisa just made me sit up and notice. The fact that he was younger made me sit up and notice, but the fact that he was so flipping amazing. The spirit in the music, the spirit in the creation. When you listen to Finding Oneself, right from the first note, it just blows your mind, and he never really stopped. So you could hear the talent there. You start remembering, because at that time then I was starting to also then pay attention to the music Yabo Bey Mseleku coming into my view, but also starting to borrow some stuff from the African space. I'm hearing things that people like Osalif Keita were doing, but trying to then bring it up. I remember Louis Mhlanga, Bruce Mahlasela, so that folksy type stuff that was coming in. Was it jazz? Was it pop? Who knew? It was music, and it was exciting. Paul Henmas, McCoy Mkhubata. I mean, it was actually quite interesting. I couldn't stand McCoy. In as much as I couldn't, I appreciated the at that time the work that was happening in spite of him. And it's not about McCoy. It was just I didn't really feel his playing. It was very academic for me. It was very, and I would buy CD after CD, thinking, okay, I'll feel the spirit, but I couldn't feel anything. I love him now. I love the new, the last two offerings that he did. They were like just so mature, so warm, and that's what I think for me jazz music is like. It carries stories of people, just like all music, but particularly jazz music as an art form is critical for us to pay attention to, because it gives us a soundtrack to our lives. So I'm looking forward as we get into this space that is very exciting of the Tanding Doolies and the Duduzo Makatinis and Benjamin Jeffers and all of that. And I'm like thinking, wow, imagine 25 years from now, somebody like Bongane Hadebe having influenced somebody who is now at that time 25 years his junior, because he's grown, he's listened, we've nurtured, we've nursed, we've highlighted his career, and that's a little bit of what we are trying to do with this jazz thing. That's the awards is really to bring some of the jazz music to the fore, just like the radio is doing, just like concerts are doing. We are doing our little bit, and that's what the Mzantsi Jazz Awards are about. They are about recognizing jazz, that it exists, it's here and it's growing. They are about venerating jazz, giving it its deserved service, and it's about celebrating jazz, having fun with it to a point of abandon. Yeah, talking too much now, but that's essentially what this program is about.